everyone, Linda Israel here. Hercules is sitting in my lap today. He decided that he wanted to be up here. So welcome. I'm so glad that you're here today. This is Linda Israel, if you didn't know that. And I go live on Mondays at 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, on Thursdays at 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Today, we're going to do some mixed media stuff. If you're watching this as a replay, today is April the 18th, so if you're watching this as a replay, remember there's a little gear icon just below the video that you can change to be 2 times the speed so you can get through it a lot faster. I hope you enjoy being here at our live stream. Couple things that we do. When you come to my live streams, you earn junk bucks. And those bucks can be accumulated once you get to 2,000 junk bucks from being here, from chatting, from donations. Then you can use those 200 junk bucks to redeem a $10 off coupon to my shop. Those that donate, I am going to start doing a new thing. Everyone that donates will get a digital download. So after the stream, if you donate, you need to make sure that I have your contact information, and I will share that here in just a moment where I want you to contact me. That way I have your email address and I can send you the invitation to the digital download. Right now, today, I do have a digital download that's free for anyone that is watching. It is 4 images that I created on last Thursday's live stream, and I made it into one little 8.5 by 11 that you can print, you can cut it up, you can do whatever you want with it. It was just something I thought would be kind of fun to share with you. What else? My website has been down for a few hours, but it's back up. There was an update that broke something, and thank goodness for Jason for fixing my website. He got it back working again, so I'm very thankful for him. What else? You can check your junk bucks by typing !bucks. I'll show you that in just a moment when I get my little piece of paper to show on the screen. Thank you, Christy, so much for your donation. I know it doesn't show up when I'm on the face cam, so sorry about that. We'll change this to the other view. So thank you, Christy, so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see, what else? Let's keep the chat upbeat and positive. So share what's going on as far as positive things that you're doing or has happened, or that whatever you're working on. If you have any questions, please type them out in all caps, and that way I'll see them. If I don't see it, please accept my apology. I'm not ignoring you. I just didn't see it. I do ignore some comments if I feel that I don't need to respond. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I do have another way you can donate, and I'll share that now so that you can see it. So you can donate through the super chat here on YouTube, or I have a streaming. I don't think it's sent because there was too many links. Dang it, I got to edit it. You can donate through what's called Streamlabs, and that way, if there's something that you would rather donate that way, you can. So I'm going to change this because let me get this. Delete that, and it may be because I had 2 links. So let's see if it works this time. At the end, if you are here when I say donate now, or to, let me get my words straight. If at the end, when I do the journal giveaway, you need to be here long enough to put in Raffle at the end. Then you can leave. If I have your contact information, I will get the journal to you. Does that answer your question, Robin? Okay. Okay, there. I see the Streamlabs. It truncated my message, so I'm going to change that again. But you can donate through the super chat or through Streamlabs, and I just posted that. So I'm going to fix it one more time because apparently it doesn't like my message. You can donate through super chat. Okay, here we go. I'll just do this as 2 separate timers. So let's write a new one. Come on. And let's do all right. There we go. So I'm trying to get that updated. What else? Norella with Calico Collage has a coupon code right now through her website. I want to make this very clear. Through Calico Collage at Etsy has a, thank you so much, Curly Girl, for your donation, for a 35% off all her digital downloads through Saturday. And that will come up here in just a moment so you can see that coupon code, which is Linda Live. Again, if you have any questions, just let me know. All right, so let's get started. Hercules, you can't stay in my lap, dude. I can't work this way. So go lay down. Alrighty, so check your junk bucks by typing ! Bucks. And thank you so much for being here. Hey, Deborah. Hey, I sent you a message, Deborah. I need to know what other stencil that you would like, Deborah, because you already purchased the Feeding Frenzy, and then you asked me to send you the Feeding Frenzy. And I noticed after we did the transaction, when I was getting your order ready, that you already had one. So what is a different stencil that you would like? And I will send that out in your package. The packages did go out except for those that either hadn't finished paying. Hey, Paula, thank you so much for your donation. Or there was a question about their order or something like that. I finally got my Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist on Tuesday, and I was up until midnight packaging everything up so that I could ship it out yesterday morning. All right, let's see. Hey, I'm so glad to see you all here. I may not go through everybody, so... Yay! I'm so glad you didn't get blown away, Rhonda. So thank you all for being here. I won't take the time to go through everybody and say hello, but just please know that you're welcome, and thank you so much to get here. I think so, Tina. You were sending me your address so I could send you mop-up pages. I believe I did get that. And what else? Is there anything else? Anyone else? Anything else? Okay, go ahead and enter the raffle. And again, if you want to check your junk bucks, you can check that by typing bucks. Once you get to 2,000, you can type award. Make sure that I have a way to contact you to give you your coupon code. And then Norella's got her discount code. This is a peek. Some of you have already seen this. This is a peek of the Punked Out Steam that'll come out in June. I am working on another kit for, so this is April, so I will show it at the end of this month of May. And it will ship out, the end of this month, it will ship out May 15th. As I think that's what we're going to do. And I'll have extras. Thank you so much, Karen, for your donation. And it's going to be daydreaming. It's part of the online retreat with Just Penny. And I will be sharing more information as it gets closer to when I get the kit put together. What else? So this is just a... Oh, today, the goal for the journal is going to be $50. I did a live stream last night showing you what the journal looked like, and it's right here. I got it ready to go. So our donation goal is $50 to get the journal today. And then here is a page I printed on vellum. I love the way that looks. Here's a page that I printed. This is part of the expanded or the large journal kit. It's $14.99 for the printed. It's $14.99 for the virtual. If you purchase the subscription box with the digital, you get it at a discount for $10.99. This is one of the pages as well. This background part is one of my stencils that I designed and created, and Norella used it in the kit. This is another stencil that I created. That's going to be part of the May Stencil Club. So I'll be sharing more of that probably next week. I'll do a little bit this week as well. You're very welcome, Rhonda. Let's see. Hey, Debbie. So glad to have you here. And Donna and Deborah and Tina and Curly Bear. So, oh, we got a boss fight. I'll get in. So there are little in games that are part of the chat. They cost you 10 junk bucks, but you could win more junk bucks. It's just silly virtual money, if you will. But you get to 2,000 and you get a coupon to my store. So did everybody see this journal? Did you get to see the live stream last night where I made this or showed the journal? So if you like it, let me know what you think of this journal. If you haven't watched that video, I hope that you will watch it after this live stream and leave me a comment of what you thought about it and what you thought of the way I created that video last night. So do you like those? It was probably with a 5-minute intro because I was trying to start it, so I made sure that everything was working. you could chat at the beginning, and then I show the journal. And hopefully if you like that style, I'll do some more like that. All right, I'm going to set that out of the way. I also wanted to remind you that I do have a few of the Tattered Angels paint sets. I've got the Bella Rose Garden and the Royal Peacock. Thank you, Debbie, for your donation. These are still in my shop. I have a few left, and those are ready to ship out. I'm trying to get this out of the way so I don't have an avalanche on me a little bit. I still have a few of the Peacock napkin sets. Not very many, but I have a few of those left as well. And then I'm going to be showing you some of these rubber stamps today that I'm using. And I have a bundle with these. Oh, thank you so much, Margie, for your donation. I have a bundle available that you can get these 3 stamps at a discount. And then I have just the Romantic Swirl by itself. Let's see, what else? I think we're ready. We're going to have an avalanche. All right, there we go. Thank you so much for your donation. So I believe, let's look to see where we are on our donations. All right, so we're at $26.49 on our donations so far. So thank you so much, everyone, for your donation. Hey, Sherry, thank you so much for your donation. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Today, we're going to do some mixed media stuff. I have a lot of people that are like, well, I don't have a lot of money, and, you know, I don't want to buy a whole lot of supplies because I'm not really sure if this is going to be something that I enjoy. And I don't know, I've been playing around with painting on papers for years. I mean, I've done this probably 20 years where I've painted my papers to make designs. So, you know, taking a book page or junk mail and painting it to make your own papers that match whatever project you're working on is relatively cheap to do. And then you can use your money a little bit more wisely. For example, you may want to pair the mixed media with a digital download from Calico Collage or from my shop. And you're kind of getting more bang for your buck because you can use fewer of the printed pages with your painted pages. So you're really putting a little bit of yourself into your project. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to just start off. I've got a oversized postcard. So it's not really pretty at the moment, is it? It's just kind of blah. So let's transform this by painting it. So the first thing I'm going to do, I think, is thank you so much for your donation, Robin. Thank you so very much. Hey, Kathy, so glad to have you here. Hey, Art Bar. Let's get ready to rumble, says Angelica. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, if you haven't got entered into the raffle, get entered into the raffle, ! Raffle, and you'll earn 200 junk bucks if your name is drawn. Hello, chat, the Art Bar says. Okay, so I've got a oversized postcard that was sent to me. I don't even know. Oh, Jay Stiegel for Congress. Oh, thank you so much, Sonia. Thank you very much. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of just craft acrylic paint, cheap paint. I buy it in the big bottles on some colors just because I use a lot of it. But I also buy, you know, the smaller bottles. Let me close this back up. I've got different brands here whenever they go on sale. Maybe Hobby Lobby or Michael's puts them for 30% off or half price or something. That's what I'll do. I'll buy those. So let's do this. Let's put a little bit of acrylic paint. I've got a little palette here. As you can see, it's well used. And I've got gift cards. So this is relatively simple right here off the bat. So all we're going to do is put a little bit of paint in here. And apparently, there's a big old goober in this one. Sometimes paint gets old. Thank you so much, Dee Dee, for your donation. Oh, here we go. I got way more than I need, but that's okay. What did I do with my towel I had earlier? Here it is. Thank you so much for your donation. All right, so I'm just going to take my gift card, and we're going to just go over this whole thing. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of paint on here so that the next layers have something to adhere to. It also obscures what's underneath. I'm putting a very, very thin coat on here. So I'm scraping it across. You're getting a very thin coat. I'm going to use my heat tool and dry it, if I can find my heat tool. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Hey, Mariana, so glad to have you here. Hey, Norella, I'm so glad you're here too. I saw you say little heart, so thank you and for sharing the, golly, I can't say the words, sharing the peacock napkins. Hey, Norella, why don't you share the Exquisite Dreamer journal kit, because that's what I'm going to work on Monday. I'll be making a journal using the Exquisite Dreamer journal. You know, Sandra, acrylic paint's cheaper than gesso. Gesso has a lot more texture to it. I find that this is smoother to write upon. If I know I'm not going to write on it, I will use the gesso because it usually puts more texture onto it. So you can use gesso. I have some here. I just like this because it's a little bit thinner and I can put more layers building up my design, if you will. I thank you, Janice, for your donation. My work surface is one of those Ranger ink craft mats. I have a big piece that I bought that covers my whole desk, and then I have some smaller pieces. You can get them, I'll share a link in the video after we're done. You can get them on Amazon. Sometimes you can pick them up at Hobby Lobby, sometimes Michael's. I've got another one too that's the Ken Oliver multimedia, mixed media mat that he sells as well, but that's what I have today. Thank you so much, Norella, for doing that. Yeah, Mariana says, because she wants to use what she wants. That's true. I mean, I use whatever is available. So that's my first layer. It's already dry. I'm not going to do the other side right now. I'm just going to kind of cover this side. And let's just keep going with layering, if you will. So now that I've got a little bit of paint on there, it's kind of obscured the background. Let's add some more color. And I like these colors. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to move my palette over. And it's good to let your layers dry. You're very welcome, Vicki. In between, so that they don't turn into mud. So I've got a little bit of white paint on my card. I put some purple and teal in here. So we're just going to grab both of those. And I'm going to go back over this again and just add another layer. You don't want to push too hard because you'll scrape off the paint. But I just want to add some more color to this. So I'm just going in here. I'm trying to pay attention so I don't scrape off any paint because it's a glossy paper. So now you can hardly see the design underneath. So now I'm just going to dry that. Unicorns! Yes, that's what we're going to do, Debbie, Monday. 30% off. I couldn't remember if it was 30 or 35%. It's 30% off. And again, if you want to donate, you can donate through the Super Chat. Or thank you so much, Carrie Ann. Or you can use the Streamlabs. I shared the link just a moment ago. And if y'all need it again, I can share that link through Streamlabs. And then I want you to, after the stream is over, please message me. I forgot to say in the chat where I wanted you to message me. So I want you to message me on my web page. So we're going to do here and click. All right, here we go. I'm going to get that posted so that y'all have it. So you can post here. Those of you that have donated, make sure that you let me know. Okay, what just happened? Oh no, I didn't do so. I messed something up. Oh, here we go. I just need to... Oh no, I messed up my web page. Remove. Okay, there we go. I was on the wrong screen when I pasted that. All right, so that's pretty much almost dry. I still see a wet spot here. So now you can kind of see that we took this postcard. I'm almost dry. I'll flip it over to show you. All right, so we took a postcard and then we've already decorated that. So you could use that. Thank you so much, Robin. So you could use that right there as cut it and make a pocket piece out of it. You can use it to make an altered paper clip, something like that. So now let's take this up the next level. And let's use some stencils on here. So let me grab, I found my stencils. So let's do this. I have a couple that I just really love. And right now this is one of my favorites. So we'll use that one today. This is called the flower tile. Thank you so much, Kathy, for your donation. So here's what you can do next. You can use stencils to take it up another level. And I think what I'm going to do is, let me get another palette out here. And what color? Let's do a dark blue on here. So I'm just going to grab a blue acrylic paint. And I'll put it in my palette. I've got a Tim Holtz blending tool. Thank you so much, Elsie, for your donation. I got a Tim Holtz blending tool here. So what I'm going to do is pick up a little bit of the white and a little bit of the blue. And I'm going to kind of mix it together so it's just a little bit lighter. And I'm going to pounce up and down on the stencil. So you kind of see that it's a very subtle design. Okay. I'm just going to keep doing that. Picking up a little bit of white, a little bit of blue. And it goes really fast. You know, once you get started with this, with just a few tools, you can make all kinds of really cool pages and elements and pieces just by playing with a little bit of acrylic paint. So a stencil is one way to do that. And I think this is going to be a real subtle design. You ordered that one. I know you did, Mariana. It should be coming any day now. Thank you so much, Curly Girl. What was your question, Elsie? I missed it. All right, so it's just a subtle pattern. Can you see that? Now to clean out my sponge, I have some water over here. So I'm just pouncing it up and down in the water. And then I've got a towel. So I just pounce it up and down. And then I've got a towel that I'll clean it off, okay? Oh, thank you so much, Robin. All right, so there's one page just like that. Now we can cut this up, we can use it in our projects. What do you think of that? Just a subtle pattern on there. There's a digital download that I have on my website that you can get free today or until I ever take it down because it's up there for a while. Let me find it. Coupon code, stencil, freebie. Yeah, okay, so I'll just type that. Oh, Calico Collage just shared my freebie. All right, so I'm going to dry this just a little bit so that when I put it down, I don't have other things that stick to it. And this is smooth enough that you'll be able to write on top of it. So if you wanted to use this as a journaling card, you could paint the back white. You could put another piece of paper on there. This is your stencil, Mariana? Is that it? if you haven't already joined the raffle, please do, !raffle. I don't know, I just like the way that looks. Okay, so that's one way to make a background, if you will. And I think I'm done with this stencil, so I'm just going to put it in. I've got some water over here to the side in a glass cake pan. Okay? Alrighty. So let's just grab something else here. So here's just a page out of a Bible. And since I've already got the colors on my palette, I'm just going to take these and scrape them across the page. So you don't have to have a brayer for this. You can use just a gift card. You could use a really stiff piece of chipboard or cardboard if you don't have a plastic card. Just find something that could be used as a scraping tool. See how fast that was to decorate that page with color? You like it, Karen? Thank you so much. Have a great day, Mariana. Best used for cake pans. Exactly. I don't need to be eating cake. I have lost 20 pounds since November. So I'm trying to do my best to not eat those kind of carbs. But I'm also not denying myself either. If, I really want, a Starbucks coffee, which I did today, so I went and got one. Or if I really want a piece of candy or something like that, I don't deprive myself because I'm afraid that if I deprive, that one day I'll just eat and eat. So moderation is key. All right, so there's a page that I decorated. So this could become a pocket or something, but let's change it just a little bit more by adding some marks on there. And I think what we're going to do is, okay, I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I've got a lot of paint here because my paint had some, what I call paint boogers in it. So I'm just kind of spreading it out onto my little palette, just a little bit thin coat here. And then let's use this. I've got one of these wooden carved stamps, okay? You're very welcome, Mariana. Have a great day. Yeah, 20 pounds. I did it. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to take this wood stamp and I'm going to put it into the paint here. I'm going to keep rotating it until it's all covered. And it may be kind of goopy, but I'm going to go in here and just stamp it randomly. So think of things you have around your house already that you could use what I call mark making tools. Now this one's going to have texture to it, so it's not going to be as smooth to write upon, but I like the concept of right there I've made my own paper. So I'm going to take this and I've put it in my water again over here to the side. And I'll rub it off onto a towel. Paint boogers. Yeah, it's a technical term. Thank you, Debbie. Yay, Tanya. So good to see you here. Enter the raffle. I've got a raffle going right now. To enter that raffle, type !raffle. You get yarn barfed. That's funny. It does give it a tropical look. I mean, it just totally changed the piece of paper. So now we can use that, in our tropical journals or projects that you're working on. Oh, Christy, that's awesome. Congratulations. She said she's 80 pounds down. That's amazing. You're very welcome, Elsie. Thank you so much. Enjoy the little freebie. I'll have some more. So those of you that donate, make sure that you contact me through my webpage so that I can send you the link to the freebie. Oh, Connie, well, have a good day. Come back and see the replay later, okay? Enjoy. So there's another page that I made. Just mark making is what I call that. So we showed how to use a stencil, and then we showed how to use a wooden cutout stamp. So let's see. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was looking for some bubble wrap. So pardon me while I look over here where my bubble wrap is. silly me, I put it away, and now I have no idea where it is. And I wanted to use the little bubble wrap because I thought it looked really cool. Oh, that won't work. Okay. Bubble wrap. I found some bubble wrap. Okay. So let's get a different sheet of paper. So this is a book page that I tore out of a book, okay? Oh, that's how much you weigh? Holy cow, there's nothing left of you, Christy. If you only weigh 80 pounds, you're a tiny little thing. Thank you, Janice. Congratulations. 12 pounds is awesome. Oh, what did Tanya say? Oh, it looks like a Tommy Chung shirt. Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, real tropical. Kind of tie-dye. Gotcha. I understand. I gotcha. Okay, so let's see. I've got some bubble wrap here. So let's paint this again. I've already got paint in my palette, so I'm just going to use what I already have. And I like how it, each time you do this, even though I'm using the same colors, you're getting a different effect each time. So we're going to dry this one. Oh, that's awesome, Tanya. I knew you got a new TV. You were sharing a while back that you're the technical one. I hope the storm wasn't too bad for you guys. We had a really severe thunderstorm last night. We had hail and rain and lightning and thunder. It was noisy. Okay. And I think now what I'm going to do... All right, so I'm getting a darker blue. This is an acrylic paint, more like a artist grade paint. What's different about this, it has a little bit more of a sheen to it, where the craft paint is more flat, if you will. It's not shiny. So I'm just going to put a little bit in my palette here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use another one of my cards. And what I'm doing now is I'm making what I consider a stamp pad, if you will, on this palette. And I'm just going to clean off my card. I've got a pile of papers over here. So I'm just going to clean off my card. In fact, I'm going to do this one too, in case I need it again later. And I have a brayer laying here in case I need it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some bubble wrap and basically press it into the paint, and then I'm going to press it onto my page. So you get a whole different look just by using bubble wrap. My paper curled over. So there's a whole nother element. Could you use that? The junk jar, let's look at where we are just a moment. I think Robin said she was on the telephone and could not check, so I'll check. The junk jar is at 41.48 today so far, okay? All right, did I get everybody's question? Oh, she's trying to get a boss fight, so let me do that. Yeah, I think it's too difficult to make comments if you're watching on your television. You have to use another device or it's too troublesome. You love the bubble wrap? I mean, isn't that simple of a background that you can make? I mean, I don't know. I just think it's kind of fun. It's really simple and easy. So now we've got, so far, these three pieces that coordinate because we're using the same color palette, but are very different. Okay, so let's grab a bigger piece of paper here. Okay. So now I'm going to lay a bigger piece of paper here, and we're going to use the same blue and purple with a little bit of white because it's already on my palette. See, I'm all about using what I already have. And I love the way this is coming out. It's a little bit softer. It's a little bit more muted in color. And I've almost used up the paint that was in this palette. In fact, I'm going to try to use up all the blue and put it on my scrap of paper that I have over here to the side. Okay. All right, so let's dry this one. So I've just made this piece here just by using the stuff on the side. I understand. Janice says, my husband would ask what mess I was doing now using all the paint. Thank you, Felique. Thank you, Margie. Yeah, rubber bands around a block of wood. Yeah, I'm getting ready to show you another mark making tool that I made. Oh, you got some tiny gel bubble wrap and you used on your gel paint? Perfect. That's awesome. I mean, like I said, it's just whatever you have, try to use that in your projects. Okay, so we've stamped on there, or did that one in colors. I've still got a little bit of the blue paint, but it's almost dry. So I think what I'm going to do is dry this. And we're going to use a different color. Let's use a pink. Yeah, rubber bands are a cool tool to use. I've used them in the past to rub them, put them around a brayer. I don't see a brayer that I had. But I'm also going to show you how to use rubber stamps too. Okay, so I've got some kind of a pinky color, and I'm going to put that in here. Let's see. How do I cleanse my mats? So you're talking about this mat right here? I just take it to the sink and wash it. It's acrylic paint. It comes right off. What colors are the blue and the purple? They were Island Blue acrylic craft paint. And this was purple craft paint. And it's Anita's. I got big jars of it. Tiny bubble wrap on my table makes me happy, makes me be able. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spread this out. So we're going to get a little bit of the blue. So I'm mixing it together. So we're getting a darker color. I think I need more paint though. Let's put a little bit more. And let's grab that blue again so we get a little darker hue to it. So this is another, just playing with paints to see what color you get. If you don't like it, paint over it. It's no big deal, especially if you're using what I consider junk. All right, so I've got this, and I have a stamp that I made. So this is craft foam or fun foam. I printed an image off the internet. I then temporarily pasted it to the fun foam, and then I fussy cut out the image and I glued it to a block. I think I have a tutorial showing how I made that. Oh, the junk jar's at $39.48. We need $50 to get there, so we're really close. Linda loves her pink. Yeah, I kind of do. So I've got a little paint right here in the palette. So what I'm going to do is, using my sponge applicator, is I'm going to pounce it onto the stamp. My palette isn't big enough for my stamp to fit all the way in. This also kind of makes sure that I've got a good coating, and it may not be the right color. So let's see what happens. Oh yeah, it shows up just, you probably can't see it in that light, but it's real subtle. Do you see it? So let's do that all over. So you can make your own stamp. You could take some cardboard, an old meat tray, something like that, and cut out shapes and put them onto some more cardboard. That's what I've done here. And then you have your own design that you can use. Apparently I'm not getting enough paint on it. Oh, thank you, Tanya, for your donation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Again, make sure that I have your contact information because everybody that donates gets a digital download. You're very welcome, Art Bar. All right, is there any questions so far? What do you think of this concept of making your own mark making tool, if you will? Okay, so again, I'm going to clean off my sponge in the water. So that's just somewhat clean. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'll kind of just dip this in the water a little bit and wipe it clean. If you have too much paint crusted up on your projects, they don't stamp as well. So just try to clean your tools in between. So that's making your own stamp. And then that's what it looked like making my own background page. What do you think of that? Is that something you can do? Hi, Heather. So glad to have you here. Got another boss fight. You love them? Thank you so much. Thank you, Pam, for your donation. All right, so we still have 3 different things here. All right, so I haven't done regular rubber stamps, so let's do that next. So I'm going to get another piece of paper. Thank you so much for your donations. I really appreciate it. Clean your stamps. I did. All right, so y'all are making fun of me always using pink, so let's use a different color. Oh, I know what I can do too, so let me grab one of those. I have some pages that I pre-painted, so I'm going to get one of those out here in a minute. And what color do we want this one? Let's do this. We're going to do a green and a yellow on this one. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of paint in my palette again. Yeah, use that fun foam or craft foam, you know, and cardboard boxes and make your own designs. So I'm glad you like that idea, Sandra. Yeah, I'm trying to show that, you know, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to make your own designs. Oh, I'm going to like this. This is fun. So since y'all are making fun of me for always using pink. So now we're getting a bright yellow green. And you can still see the text underneath. That's what I think is kind of fun, is being able to still see the text underneath. Okay. Okay, to clean your gel plate, what I do is when you know you're done, make sure that you leave a piece of paper on it for a few minutes to really soak up any paint that's left on top of your gel press, and then peel that off. Then you can take it to the sink and wash it with regular water. Okay? Yeah, your peacock box should be here any day now. All right, so we need to... Junkie Joe is telling us all kinds of stuff about the last boss fight. You're loving that yellow? Isn't that cool? It's really more green. For some reason, I still haven't quite got the settings for this camera to be right. It doesn't want to show the correct color. Okay, that's the wrong one. Let's go to this one. Let me see if I can adjust it just a little bit. That's too far. It's not really showing the green. Well, I can't get it to change right now, so, but there's really some green in there as well. Oh, it's okay, Beverly. You're watching us have some fun now. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dry this, but I want to make sure that everybody's entered into the raffle, and we'll draw. Raffle. Yeah, you can use baby wipes to get the colors off. Yep, that's a good way. Thank you, Barbara, for your donation. All right, so we're going to dry this one. So again, I just used a yellow and a green. It's hard to see on camera, but there's really a green in here. I'm going to dry that. You like the effect? Isn't it cool? Thank you so much, Donna, for your donation. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody entered into the raffle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I need to, I guess I didn't set up contact me, so let me do that. All right, so let's see where we are on the donations, and then I'm going to do the raffle. We're at $49.69 on the raffle. All right, so we're going to do contact. All right, so when you are a person that donates or that you won a prize, contact me through this link that I'm sharing through Junkie Joe. Sandra, try to refresh. Just refresh. You like the first one? Awesome. Thank you so much, the Art Bar. KD Chris, type exclamation point raffle. Thank you so much for your donation, Christy. We're over $50 now. Type exclamation point raffle. Like Paula just did, Katie. Chris. To be entered, and then I'll draw. I'm waiting on this to dry. It's almost dry. Raffle. JT got in. Alrighty, I'm going to dry this and give you just a couple more seconds to get in on the raffle. Drying this page just a little bit. Get my stamp out of the way. Okay. Alright, so I'm in another paint palette out here, and I'm going to do the raffle here just a second. I'm trying to decide what color I want. I think I'm going to do a darker green on top of this. And let's do the diamond bar stamp. So we're going to use that here in just a moment. Alright, I got more people entered into the raffle. This is for 200 junk bucks, Bonnie. This is for 200 junk bucks. I get the sheep, Angelica. Woo, there goes the dancing sheep. Thank you so much, Angelica, for your donation. All right, is everybody in the raffle now? So we're going to do a giveaway. Let me get my notepad so I know who to give the junk bucks to at the end. And I will also, what I'll do is, I've got some gel prints we'll do next as a giveaway. So this is going to be for 200 junk bucks. All right, make sure. You love that dark green? I think it'll look good on there. We're going to use that. All right, so let's do the giveaway. Pick a winner. Curly Girl Beauty, you won 200 junk bucks. I'll award those to you here in just a little bit. And Then when you get to 2,000 junk bucks, then you can get a $10 coupon. I just gave you your 2,000 or 200. Done. Way to go, Curly! Congratulations! All right, so let's go for the next giveaway. You're very welcome. All right, we're going to reset. Yes, we're going to come up here. We're going to go gel prints and open giveaway and console. All right. So we're giving away some gel prints. So I've got a few gel prints that I made that I picked just for fun, different colors. Okay. So those will go out as a gift. So I'll put those over here. Alrighty. So I've got my paint palette here. I've got some green acrylic paint. So I'm going to put it inside this palette. I'm going to make a little line. So I'm just made a line of it. And I'm going to take my card again and kind of smear it out. So I'm making basically a paint stamp pad, if you will. Okay. And I'll just clean off my gift card so it could be used on other things. Then I'm going to take my stamp and we're just going to march it on the palette, make sure it's got a good coverage, and then all I'm going to do is just start stamping it across the page. What do you think of that? So I'm going to try to line it up as best I can. So then this could be, you know, a design element that you use in your journals. You know, and if bright colors aren't your thing, try doing it with browns and ivory and black and beige and creams and tans. And you'll get that vintage look using the same tools that I'm doing here. Those aren't my colors. I like bright colors. You like the gel prints? Thank you so much, Elsie. Then we'll just do it over here. Okay, clean your stamp. So I'm going to put it in my water to the side over here. And then I'll just wipe it away with a rag. I use towels. I buy old kitchen towels, or when they are wore out for my kitchen, they come to my scrap room or my craft room, and I just do laundry every so often. I'll just throw these old towels in the wash and wash them. You like the Packers colors? So that was using the diamond bar from Beeline Design. It comes as an unmounted, so you would put it on an acrylic block, and I have these in my shop right now. So there's another way to make a page. You love vintage but also muted colors? Thank you so much, Barbara. The dark green was perfect, wasn't it? You like it? Bonnie loves the prints she won. I mean, she hasn't won them yet. So again, part of the key is making sure that you dry in between each layer. That way you don't get mud. You like that one? It's just kind of fun. Just different, you know, colors, if you will. I've got some more yellow in my palette. So I'm going to stack this over here to the side, making sure that they aren't sticking together. Oh, yay, Karen. Karen says she got her mop-up pages Saturday and my journal yesterday. Yay, I'm so glad. Yay. Oh, yeah, very Girl Scouty, for sure, for sure. So let's get some smaller paper. All right, so I got a smaller piece of paper here. And I still have some yellow and green on my palette, so I'm going to grab some white with it, and let's coat this one. Okay. And I really like trying to scrape off as much paint as I can. I don't know, because you can still see the text underneath it. So it's just a cool effect. This is a Bible page. that I'm showing now. You won prints last week? That's awesome, Bonnie. Mud is a problem for you. Just let it dry. Don't mix too many colors. Like what I just did is just use 2 colors and they don't turn to mud. Dry them. And then it works better. That page gave you a Mardi Gras feel. Yeah, me too. It kind of did, didn't it? The journal was much prettier in person, Karen. Thank you so much for saying that. Yay, I'm so glad. Margie, Felique Feline family says, Pam Emmons, mud is brown. Brown is a pretty color. It is the color of chocolate. Yum! You like seeing the text underneath too? That's cool. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Just a different, let me kind of show you differently. Does it look different when I do it here? Is it more green? You see the green in that? All right, so let's choose a different tool. I'm going to do, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Okay, I've got, this time I have a shelf liner here, just some shelf liner. And what I'm going to do is I still have a little bit of green paint over here and blue apparently. Oh, thank you, Paula, for your donation. So I'm just going to go in here and just stamp it. Using the same paint palette, okay? I'm going to rotate it so it's not the same all over. Okay, so that gives you a whole new look. And this is using shelf liner. What do you think of that? All right, so we'll set this aside. Wipe my hands up, dry this a little bit. Hi, Pecan Tan Beauty. So glad to have you here. Join the raffle. Yay! Now we have the amount needed to journal, to raffle off the journal at the end. You like the shelf liner? Perfect, huh? You made it to your second live, Rhonda. Yay! Congratulations for being here. So there's another page that we can use, okay? And I still have some yellow in my palette, so let's grab something else that I can paint. This is an insurance contract that I had in my staff. So I thought, well, I'll show you, again, just using maybe some paint, some junk mail, some documents that you no longer need. You can change it up by coating it with paint. So I'm just going in here and grabbing a little bit of the white paint and the green and yellow and coating the whole thing. This one I'm kind of being a little more heavy-handed because I really don't care to see the terminology on here. Okay, so I'm going to dry this. Yeah, it's amazing. Paula A says, it's amazing what you can find and use. Even a dried up baby wipe can be used for effects. Exactly. You're watching from Walmart, Rhonda? Well, I'm glad you're watching. Don't run into anybody. You can't wait to see what I make with these pages? Well, I'm going to use some of these to make another journal to have for next Thursday. Maybe I'll make a bunch of journal cards showing how I use all these pieces. Join the raffle for the gel prints. Okay, so now I've done that one. So let's see, we still have a little bit of green paint in here. I'm going to scrape it down into the palette a little better. There's not a lot there, so I'm going to add just a little bit more. And let's add a little bit of blue to that. And then I'm going to mix these together. Okay. And now I'm going to take the Romantic Swirl stamp. Oh, I'm so glad you think you're a new fan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Yeah, use kids' school papers, you know, whatever it is, you know, just use them. So I'm going to take the Romantic Swirl. Mine's mounted, but I do have these in my shop as an unmounted. You just put it on an acrylic block or whatever stamping tool you like. So I'm going to grab some green paint. I'm going to kind of start in the middle, and we're just going to stamp all over. Move my palette out of the way. This is one of those that you quickly start running out of space. Whenever you're working with mixed media stuff, because you have to have an area to dry the papers. And sometimes I have one of those old scrapbook paper sorters that is for traveling. It pulls up, and you have little shelves to put your paper on. So if I'm doing a really big session, I'll put it behind me because I think it has like 12 spots in it that I can lay a piece of paper to dry. And usually if I start at the bottom and work my way to the top, by the time I get to the top and I'm out of shelves, the one on the bottom will be dry, and then I can put the next piece of paper on top. So that way I can keep going without going, okay, I don't have a surface to lay things on. Hello, Pink. Hey, Pink Robin. I think I owe you a coupon code. So if you haven't already, message me through my webpage. I'm going to show that. Junkie Joe's going to give the link. Message me there. All right. So this is the next page. Okay. Just something different. And I can take this another step. I think I'm going to. I'm going to dry it just a little bit. And let me look at my stencils. What would be a good stencil? Oh, I know. This would be a good stencil. So we're going to use this stencil. Oh, Sonia. Okay, make sure you message me, Sonia, so that I can give you your coupon code. Let's see, what is that? That is slogan 413 coupon, which is Sonia. And I'll get your coupon code. So congratulations, you earned enough to get your coupon code. You're loving the yellow? You're loving this page, Robin, even though you don't like yellow and neon green? Really? All right, so I'm going to lay this on top. So we're going to hit a whole nother effect here. And I'm just going to use something. What do I have here? I got a blue. Let's see what happens. I'm almost out of this one, so let's see what happens. It's kind of going to be a spotty mixed media. I'm almost out, so I'm going to add some bottled water so I can get what's left in this bottle. So I just have some bottle. And the reason why I'm using bottled water is it usually doesn't have any bacteria growing in it like your tap water does. And if you don't use it for a while and you use tap water, it can get a funky smell to it. Oh, thank you, Lynella, for your donation. Thanks for being here, too, y'all. I really appreciate you being here and for your thumbs up. And again, make sure that I have your contact information because everybody that donates gets a free digital download. So right now I'm just mopping up what's on top of the stencil. So I got a little bit of paint on it, but that's okay. Just something else. And then let's peel this back. And we're going to have a subtle design on here. Move this over here. Come on, where do I want to set this? Okay, let's put it right here. So let's dry it a little bit. You prefer the paler colors? Okay, can you kind of see the lace pattern? That was the lace stencil. Not a baby, just junkable. Birthday week. Happy birthday. You just got a drying rack for at a sale. Oh, that's awesome, Art Bar. That's awesome. Thank you, Pink Robin. All right. Do I have anything else? You Robin says, I am a picky person, I guess. Do you see the design in there? Do you like that? Just a little subtle pattern on top of that. Yeah, I like having those different layers to affect on the pages. And that's just part of the play that I think we all need to do, and not think about what we're doing. Just play and enjoy the process and see what comes of it. You know, it may be, it's not that pretty, so paint over it, or you know what, there's two sides to a piece of paper, and you can always paint the other side. Okay? You like that, Norella? That's kind of cool. Something different. All right, I think I've pretty much used all of that paint. Let's see what we can do now. Let me grab another big page. Oh, actually, what I want to do is this. So these were the pages that were laying over here to the side when I was doing the gel printing. Okay? So again, just think, coat your paper. Coat it with a brayer. Coat it with the palette knife, or coat it with a plastic card of some kind so that you get a base. So this has got a design on it. So let's grab a different stencil. And I think this one would be cool. Because I have a whole bunch of white paint here, I'm just going to use my little sponge dauber. And we're going to go in here and add some white paint on top. So you don't have to have a ton of colors either. You know, if you're trying to start off small, you could look for a palette that has a bunch of colors. I know that around the holidays, some of the craft stores offer like a package deal where you buy a whole bunch of colors, like 12 colors of acrylic paint, or just go in and pick 3 or 4. You're very welcome for your birthday wishes. All right, so that is just adding the circles on top using a stencil. And you can use that in your page, okay? And then, again, you could lay this down, all right? And we're going to get a different effect on top of it. I'm going to use the lace stencil again. And let's get the peacock, blue peacock. Exactly. Calico Collage, Norella, she says, that is always the hardest thing to do when creating art. You don't think about it, just do it. When you start to think about it, you overthink it, and the outcome will not showcase your full potential. All right, so I'm just shaking this up. You always love the gold? Oh, yeah. I need to do one in gold. So now I'm just going over the top of this stencil with the blue peacock. That's part of that blue set that I showed earlier, the peacock set that I showed earlier. Just mop this up. So again, it's going to be subtle on the page. Okay, let's lift this up. And look how it changed. So you get a different effect. Yeah, exactly. Sonia, she says, that's my favorite part about mixed media, is being a kid without any rules or supervision, yes. Robin is Junkie Joe Jr., and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So see how that changed that page? Can you see that you can make your own, in a sense, scrapbook papers, okay? You like that? Thank you. Just do it. Just do it. Okay. So let's move this over here. That one's still wet. All right, so then I've got a blue here. So let's do the same thing. Let's put that down. Let's find a different stencil design. Let's see. Let's do... Okay, so I've got two things I want to do here, I think. Yeah, I'm going to do this first. So again, I've got the white palette. There's still white paint here. And I think this will look kind of cool. And it'll give a grungy effect if you don't really fill in perfectly, but you do some of them so that they have a good design. All right, and then that, what do you think of that? Set this over here. You love the surprises? Yeah, because it's just, you know, you never know sometimes what you're going to get. So here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to dry this. And I want to make sure it's really dry. It's not, you know, half dry. I want to make sure it's really dry because we're going to stamp on top of this with archival ink. So I'm going to get that out. Ah, it fell in the paint. Okay, I'm going to put some stuff away. Yeah, isn't it amazing how stencils can change? The grunge effect. Yeah. There you go. Bonnie says they have, Dollar General has a set of paint for $4. That is the Retro Stencil 2. And then I have Retro Stencil 1. We'll use that in a minute. And I think it's, what did I do? I just saw it. Where's the other Retro Stencil? It's hiding. Oh yeah, I want to use, oh, here's the other Retro Stencil. So this is Retro 1, and that's Retro 2. And I say retro because it really reminded me of like the 60s and 70s when they'd have this type of a design on panels and room dividers and furniture and curtains. I don't know, I just think it's kind of cool. All right, so here's what we've got now. You love the blue? All right, so I've got archival ink and I have the collage postcard stamp that's in my shop. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to stamp. I'm going to turn this so I can get to it a little easier. You don't want your page to curl up on you, so I'm just kind of curling it back on itself. And I'm going to stamp off the edge just a little. And it's real subtle. And it would work better if I stood up. It leaves a little bit of texture. It does, Norella. It leaves a little bit of texture, but it's relatively smooth. All right, can you see how I added the texture of that postcard stamp behind there? And it changes the look. You like them both, Cindy? Thank you. Yeah, I am, Sandra. I'll be 50 this year. I was born in the late 60s, so we still had some of that stuff when I was growing up. Do you like that? So that's, you know, using a rubber stamp on top of your mixed media to give it a whole nother look. All right, so let's use the, let me pick a different one. Ooh, I like this purple. So here's a purple. Let's get the retro stencil out again. Let me see which one I want to use. Let's use this retro stencil now. Oh, and let's use some gold acrylic paint. So it's going to get a whole different look. So I've just got some artist grade, and I'm going to put it in. Oh, this must be the new one. Where's the old one? There it is. I keep doing that when I already have one open. Gotcha. If you like the texture, then use the gesso. I like mine to be relatively smooth. And if you use the artist grade paints versus the acrylic paint, this is going to be a shinier, smooth surface. This is going to be a matte surface. So the matte surface is easier to write on. This just makes a pretty accent. All right, so I'm going to get my little sponge tool again. I'm going to go into the gold paint, and let's just go across here. So this is, you know, in essence, if you don't have a gel press, here's another way to get that sort of gel press look by layering. Putting a layer of color down, using a stencil, using rubber stamps to get the different layers. So again, I'm trying to show y'all different ways to use possibly the supplies you already have. And if you want to add to your supplies, I like adding tools that I can use over and over. See, what do you think of that? Sandra says, Linda, okay, I don't consider that old, but late 60s. You may have some awareness of our hippie era. Yes, very much so. Because of my family growing up. No hippie around you. Oh no, Angelica, what did Junkie Joe do to you? Did he get you in trouble? Oh, so they're doing the FFA. Let me see if I can get in. It may be too late. Does 72 count? Well, you're just a couple years younger than me. You like the colors? So there's another design right there. Love the colors. Thank you. Dry it just a little bit. Raffle. Join the raffle. All right, do y'all want me to keep going, showing you different ways to decorate papers? Or do you want me to make something with the papers? Do you want me to switch to the gel plate? I'm giving you that option while I make another page, okay? Let's see here. Let's do this. Ooh, I like this dark tealy green. Let's get a different stencil. And let's see what we can do here. Oh, and I think I know what else I want to do. Okay, so let me do that first. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I still have a little bit of gold in my palette, but I'm going to add a little bit more. Linda needs to pull the raffle name. Not much, Sherry. We're just sitting here painting papers. All right, if you haven't entered the raffle, please enter the raffle. Happy birthday, Tina. All right, so here's what I'm doing. I'm coating this page with the gold acrylic paint because I want it to be in my background. So I want to layer another piece on top of this with the stencil. So that's why I'm coating this with the gold acrylic paint. Okay? All right. Y'all ready for me to enter the raffle? Oh, okay, gotcha. Yours was the 13th. My mother's birthday was April the 9th. And of course, she's not here with me anymore, but she would have been 75. Thank you so much, Josie. Thank you. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'll finish making a couple of more pages, and I'll use something to make a project, okay? I think that's just about dry. That's almost dry. Let's dry it a little bit more. All right, is everybody in the raffle? Are you in the raffle? Junkie Joe doesn't want you to win. Sandra says, do the raffle. Do the raffle. I'm waiting on my page to dry. Making sure everybody's in the raffle. This is for the gel prints. Raffle. Let me get something to drink. Thank you. Hello, Carol. Get in the raffle. And I'll draw. Okay. Raffle. It's almost done. You're very welcome, Yosie. Thank you so much, Yosie, for being here. I try to mention people's name. Gold love, Christy, that's for sure. All right, Donna got entered in the raffle. Tina A got entered. Barbara got entered. I'm giving it just a little bit longer. It's almost dry. So hello. So glad to have you here. And if you have, while we're waiting on everybody to get entered in the raffle and I draw, if you have a YouTube, say, I have a YouTube, and follow each other, everybody. Just go in and follow each other. Give each other some crafty love, if you will. Thumb up their videos. Leave them some comments. Because that's what I'm all about. Is I want to encourage you to be inspired and to inspire others. And show the world that, you know, making art is a lot of fun and it's easy to do. All right. So we're going to do the giveaway now. So I'm going to click on that. Get my notepad and my pen. Apparently I use a different pen every time. Okay. I got hair in my face. Giveaway. All right, pick a winner. Carrie Ann. How funny. Carrie Ann, you just won something else from me the other day. I've already sent it, so we'll get this sent out to you. That was for the gel prints. All right, so let's do another junk bucks. 200. So we're going to do that as the next giveaway. So congratulations, Carrie Ann, on winning. All right. Karen has a YouTube. Karen Owen has a YouTube. So definitely follow her. Hey, Kay. So glad to have you here, Kay. Christy Evil Bell Johnson has a YouTube. Oh, thank you, Kay, for your donation. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Woohoo! All right, so that is pretty much dry. I'm just kind of picking it up there. So I want the gold in the background. I'm going to grab my Moroccan stencil. We're going to lay that over the top. There's a little bit of blue paint here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a little bit of a teal beside it and maybe a little bit of purple. Okay. I'm going to use my sponge again. So I'm trying to get this where you can see it. And I'm just going to start in here on one side and just kind of pounce it across the page. Okay. Enter the raffle for junk bucks. Once you get to 2,000 junk bucks, you can redeem it for a $10 off coupon to my shop at lindaisrael.com. So this is the Moroccan stencil that I'm using. I've got about 3 different colors of paint in my paint palette. And again, I'm just pouncing it up and down. And then I'm going to clean off my brush so I can use it next time. You like that? A fun mixed media page? All right, so now you ready? You ready for the reveal? What do you think of that? We'll dry it. Oh, you liked her unboxing? Cool. Oh, yeah, it would be cool in a bee journal. Yeah. I have started to make a honeycomb stencil, but I didn't like the way it came out, so I haven't offered it in my shop yet. I'm going to try again. You like it? I'm trying to dry it enough so I can lift it up and hold it. You see, I love the way the gold come out on this. By doing it first and then doing the color on top. Yeah, it would go in the peacock kit for sure. Thank you, Nella. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Carrie Ann. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Donna. Like it? Thank you, Sherry, for your donation. Thank you so very much. I don't know, I love that gold background. I think I'm going to do this again. I want to do it again. I want to do it again. Here, let's do it with a different color. So I've got, oh wait, let's do it this way. I've already got another page out here, but I think what I want to do is go ahead and coat another with the gold paint. I need more gold paint. It's empty. Okay. Alrighty. I think I got enough gold paint on there again. Let's dry this. I'm going to use a different stencil. The gold paint that I'm using is a Master's Touch craft or artist grade paint. You like the page with the gold, Sandra? Yes, I'm using the Tim Holtz blending tool with a pad. And all I'm doing is I'm dipping it in some water and then pouncing it onto a towel to get the excess water out. And I can use this over and over again. It's easier to work with and they don't break down as fast as like a, I don't think I have one. You know, like these sponge ones, they tend to break down and they bend. There's this little plastic piece in there. And I always had problems with them. And then one day I was like, why can't I use this? And it turned out I could. It was easy. All right. So we're going to lay that on here. And then I've got the Feeding Frenzy stencil. So this is another one of my favorite stencils. So I'm just going to grab some of these colors. I had a little bit of green on my palette as well. So I'm kind of trying to offer that all over the page, if you will. I'm mixing the colors a little bit together. So I've got green and I've got blue. I've got purple, a tiny amount of teal. We're using the Feeding Frenzy stencil on top of the gold. Okay. Oh yeah, I like that. Clean my thing off. Combine a garden journal with a bee journal. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you so much, Carol. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Art Bar. Thank you, Tina A. Thank you, Curly Girl. You like it, Slogan or Sonia? Yeah, thank you. You're welcome, Sandra. All right, so let's dry this. Because sometimes it's hard to see when it's on my palette and I haven't lifted it up yet. Can you see that? Have that gold background. Thank you, Paula. You like the Feeding Frenzy stencil too? Thank you so much. Hey, Deborah Vicky, you still here? You want the Feeding Frenzy stencil or do you already have that one? I can't remember. You like it? I love it. Okay, so I'm going to do one more. But I'm going to do it with the gold. So we're going to do it in reverse. So what do I want to do? I want the gold to be on top. So what stencil? Let's do this one. This is called Ribbon Rose. This is the Ribbon Rose stencil. So I'm going to use the gold and we're going to go on top. So what's going to happen is the rose pattern will be green and the gold will become the background, if you will. And it'll have this kind of a grungy effect. Again, you don't want to rub back and forth. Some of these stencils are rather delicate, but by pouncing up and down, you can get in that design. Not too much problem. What do you think of that? Yay, new subby! Thanks for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it, Rosalind. If you're watching, thank you, thank you, thank you. When I get to 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to have some awesome giveaways. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, you need to, so I get to 10,000 sooner so I can start giving away these prizes I've been collecting. Alrighty. So, you like that? I'm going to dry it just a little bit. It's really more green. On the screen, it looks more blue. I need to adjust my settings a little bit more. You like it? Why do I call that stencil Feeding Frenzy? Well, when I made it, I thought it was the same time frame that we made the printed Flittering Gems kit that I have in my shop. That's by Calico Collage. And I wanted a stencil that I could use with it. And to me, this looks like a whole bunch of flowers. And could you imagine the hummingbirds coming and going flower to flower to flower to flower to flower, and thus feeding frenzy? Oh, Angelica says she has stenciled today 100 tags, but with botanical stencils. Oh, cool. That's why you like the gold. Thank you. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Elsie. Thank you, Kathy. Did I miss anybody else? It's very teal, yeah. It is. It's kind of a teal color. All right, so let's see here. Hummingbirds eating? You know, feeding frenzy. Yeah. I offer the Flittering Gems, a hummingbird printed kit in my shop, and I wanted a stencil that would go with it, and so I thought feeding frenzy. Yep, you got it, Donna. The tool I'm using is just the Tim Holtz blending tool with one of the sponges that you normally use for blending, and I just dip it. Here's my water. So I've got some water over here, and I'm just dipping it in the water, and then I just take a rag and sponge off the excess, and it gets most of the paint off, and I can use it again. Okay? You love that one? Cool. All right, so let's, it's 2 o'clock. Let's draw the winner of the next raffle. While I tell y'all that, I'm going to clean off my space here, and I think Elsie wanted me to make something. Did anybody else want me to use some of these pages today to make something, or do you want me to keep playing and showing you some ideas? So let me know which one you want to do while I kind of clean up just a little bit here. Put some things away so it's not in my way. I'm going to clean the stencils off. You're very welcome, Donna. Do I have paper at the bottom? No, I do not. I just have, this is just water, and then that's one of my those are my stencils. So I put them in there so they're easy to clean up. They don't get so much paint built up on them. Play! Use them! I'm seeing both. Make something, Kathy says. All right, well, I'll set this up here. And we'll make something. We'll make something, and then you get it, Carol? Awesome. Make something. I should make something out of it. Okay, so I'm going to set this over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go wash off my palette really fast and wash my hands and grab some of my gel prints from the other day so that I have a variety to work from. So y'all get to see my Be Right Back screen, and then we'll do the raffle. So if you haven't entered the raffle, do that. So I'll be right back. I'm going to show you my Be Right Back screen. Okay. Yep, just to do raffle type exactly that. Exclamation point raffle can be upper, lower. Yay! Okay, so let's clean up some of my mess here, just so I don't get paint on anything. Set this over here. All right, enter the raffle. All right, so I've got a whole stack. Hey, Donna, you can hear me, Angelica says. All right, move this over here, this here. All right, let's put some lotion on my hands. Is everybody entered in the raffle? Yeah, the art bar says, Paula, you just keep an empty dish of water and put your stencils in it, especially when you're live streaming. You can't clean them fast. Exactly. That's why I put the paint or this dish to my side, because I can just stick them in there, and then when I'm done with the live stream, I can wash them off, and they won't have as much paint built up on them. All right. Now you can see me again. I came back. All right, so here's what we do. I've got some pre-made little cards here. So let's make a few cards and maybe a let's see, maybe a pocket to put stuff in as well. I think we should do that. I may use these to make a few elements. And let's see. I really like the way that looks. Just a different background on it, and I think it should be a bigger piece personally. So let's do this. Let me get my paper cutter out. I have to think about what I'm doing sometimes. Sometimes I just go for it. I don't think a whole lot. So this card is approximately 3.5 inches, and it's 3.5 by 4.5. So here's what I'm going to do. So I know that that's wide enough this way. So I'm going to do 3¼ so it's just a slightly smaller than the card, so we'll have a white border all the way around. And then we're going to go just slightly less than 4½, so 4¼ and we save that piece because we can use it. And then we're going to attach this to that page. What do you think of that? So I've got my distress inks out here. Is everybody entered into the raffle? Y'all ready for me to draw the raffle? And then we will start the raffle for the journal. How's that sound? Unless y'all want me to keep going, but it's already 2:11, so I've been on here almost 2 hours. Like that? Let's just glue this one down. You needed a nap? You know, it is kind of permanent, Sandra. It doesn't really affect your stencil unless it's built up. You know, it's chunky looking. Put a little bit of, I don't think I have, I've put, and I know this isn't what it normally comes as. It's called Thieves Cleaner. If you put a little bit of a Thieves Cleaner or a mild soap in the water with your stencil, in fact, I'm putting a little bit in mine, it'll help it clean up easier. Just soak them and it'll come off pretty good. But it doesn't hurt anything to have some paint on them. I've got stencils that have had paint on them for a long, long time. All right, I don't have my sewing machine out, so what I'm going to do is we're going to use these shabby stitches, if I can find it. I had it here a while ago. Where are my shabby stitches? Ah, here we go. So I'm going to get my archival ink. Oh yes, Dina. I always forget that, Dina. How do you enter the raffle? Type !raffle, just like Barbara Oliver just did, the way Robin just said. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm taking the shabby stitches, the archival ink, and I'm okay with it's going to go off the edges, so I'm just going to stamp that all the way around. And since I went wonky, I'm going to go wonky on purpose. And so there's your journal card start. So you may want to stamp the word journal on there. You may want to stamp it onto another piece of paper. In fact, I've got, where is it? Here we go. I've got the word journal. I'm going to stamp that right there, and then I'm going to take my scissors and fussy cut that out. All right. Yep, there is still time to get in on the Flowish Journal. If you want a chance to win it, all you need to do is make a donation, and everybody that makes a donation, make sure that I have, that's right, that I have your contact information so I can send you the link for a free digital download. Okay, so that says journal, and we're just going to put that right here on the corner. You love that stamp? I like the texture in it. So you have the back side to journal on, or you could make it a tuck spot in a journal. You like that? We're already there. We've got enough money to, in the jar, in the junk jar is full. You only now just need to just make any donation whatsoever to be a part of the drawing. So there's one little card I made. And I still have this piece left, and I have this piece left. So since I have a little piece here, We're going to put that on this page. But I think what I want to do, I think we need a design in the background here. And I want a subtle design, not real dark. So I'm going to take the postcard collage. And I'm going to grab the walnut stain because I already have it here. And I'm going to ink up the stamp. And I'm going to use a scrap piece of paper only because it transfers onto the back side of the card. And I'm just going to stamp that on top. Just a subtle amount, okay? And that's the postcard collage. And then we're going to add some distress inks to this scrap. And we're going to glue that on the top here. Oh, thank you, Sandra, for your donation. You're so sweet. Thank you so very much. If you have an outstanding invoice in my shop, I'm waiting on you to pay so I can send your subscription box. If you don't know how to pay, just let me know. Message me on my webpage. I can manually do it if you're using the same card that you have on file. See you later, Norella. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. Let's add some distress inks to the edge. Okay. Yeah, we're over $50. We've reached it. Woohoo! And thank you so much for doing that for me. I really appreciate it. We're way over it. We're at $64.92. So we've got a good amount here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Okay. I think, all right, that's 2 cards just made with the same design. And I think I want to make a pocket out of this piece. So I'm going to get another piece of paper here. And let's see, what do I want to do? Okay, I'm going to attach it to another piece of paper just so it'll be stronger. And then I'll cut it up to make a pillow. Yep, you still have time to donate. So if you donate $5, it should show up here, Josie. You can donate through Streamlabs, or you can donate through the Super Chat. And what do I want to call that? Where'd it go? Quotes. Timers. Here we go. Oh yeah, Streamlab. And here's where you can donate through Streamlab. And it goes through, I think Streamlabs is attached to PayPal. So if you want to use PayPal for sure, go to the Streamlabs and you can use that. Did I miss everybody? Did I miss anybody? Yes, Robin just shared. I'll be using the Exquisite Dreamer on Monday. It has unicorns in it. And I'll be making a journal live with that kit. Okay, so I'm just pasting. The reason why I'm pasting it on this piece of paper is because I wanted it to have a little bit more body or strength to it. May the odds be ever in your favor. Yes, the monthly subscription is automatic. If you had an invoice that I created for you, you have to either tell me to go in and manually pay it, or you have to manually pay it. It's not automatic. Okay, yeah, Christy says she uses PayPal through Super Chat. So depends on what you have set up. If you're using YouTube, you can set up your payment through PayPal or whatever credit card service that you want to use. If you don't have a payment set up but you would like to use the Streamlabs, you can do that. Okay, so this is the piece. I just kind of made it stronger by adding another piece of paper on it. And I think what I want to do, I want to check and see how wide it is. I'm throwing things in the floor now. All right, so this piece is 5 1/4-ish wide. A lot of people's journals may not be that wide for a pocket, so I'm going to go 5 inches and just trim off a little sliver. And then I'm going to look at this, and I think since this is 5 inches tall by 5 inches, it's a 5 by 5 square. I think what I want to do is I want the back half to be taller. So we're just going to make a very shallow front pocket. So we're going to layer these on top of each other. Okay, perfect. So your PayPal goes straight to your bank account. So a lot of people do that. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is add some Distress ink to the top of this. Going all the way around. Let me grab a scrap of paper again. And let's get the shabby stitchers. Okay, you're welcome, Sandra. Yay! Thank you so much, Curly Girl, for your first order. Congratulations. You know, and I really appreciate y'all supporting me. I am just me and my husband. I don't have a staff. I am very blessed that my next door neighbor donates his time pretty much. I've got to start paying him if I make enough money to do so. But everything else is me. It's me and my husband. He helps me with the stencils in that I create the designs, and then I give him a file and say, please cut them for me. And he graciously does that for me. So everything that, you know, I sell in my shop, I either coordinate with somebody else that makes it, or I make it myself. All right, so this is kind of coming apart. Let's fix that. So I just stamped around both pieces, and then I'm going to put this one on top of the other, and then this will come a little tuck spot here, and then this can be a pocket in the back. Okay, thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much. Perfect. I want to make sure that I got you taken care of, and I didn't realize when we placed the order that you had already purchased it. I had so many orders to keep track of. So there, I created a journal card, so we could put this one in the back and pretend, and then this can go inside here. We could actually put a little saying on the front of this as well. But there's 3 little pieces that you can use right off the bat. You like the shabby stitches. Shabby stitches. I'm in Oklahoma. Yukon, Oklahoma, in the center of the United States. Okay, so let's do the giveaway. Let's pick a winner. And this is for 200 junk bucks. And then we will start the raffle for the journal, and I'll make a couple of more little things, and we'll go from there, okay? So let's see here. Raffle. Thank you so much, Kathy. All right, raffle, where is it? There it goes. All right, we're going to pick a winner. I'm going to get a drink. Giveaway. Pick a winner. Sandra L. You got 200 junk bucks. So I will award those to you. And then I'm going to read off the users that have donated. And those people will be able to then enter the journal raffle, okay? Yes, you won 200 junk bucks. I just gave them to you. So check your junk box. I just gave you 200 more. You have a bunch of junk bucks, by the way. All right, so I'm going to start the journal giveaway. So let me, what did I do with it? It's up here. I got it out of the way. So this is the journal that we're giving away. Those that have donated. And again, remember, if you've donated, you need to contact me with your email address so that you can get a free digital download. And Junkie Joe is sharing my contact page that you can message me. My watch is going off. Let's see. You're saving up your junk bucks to buy the whole store, Sandra? Oh, too funny. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to start the giveaway. Only those who have donated can enter. You have plenty of time to donate to enter. So we're going to say the Mixed Media Journal. And we're going to open the giveaway. These people have donated. We have Sherry Deskins, Kay Yandel, Lynn Maxwell, Paula A., Angelica, Christy Johnson, Donna Burrows, Barbara Oliver, Pam Emmons, Tanya Ruffin, Elsie Bean, Kathy Lake, Carrie Ann Thomas, Janice Brammer, and Dee Dee B., and Slogan 413 or Sonia, Robin Finnessy, Sherry Deskins, Falik Feline Family or Margie, and Debbie Abu Zagret, and Karen Owens, and Paula A. again, and Deborah Vick, and Curly Girl Beauty, and Christy Johnson again. So if you donated, now you can enter the raffle to win the journal. Again, make sure that I have your contact information to send you a free digital download for your donation. There is still time that if you're interested in the journal and you want to win it, then all you can do is make a donation and then type in raffle after you make the donation. All right, so we made this little package right here. So you have 3 little elements that you could use in a journal. Is that something that you think you could do just by painting on some papers, using rubber stamps, using stencils, or mark making tools, okay? All right, I'm going to set this aside. And those will go in the journal that I make for next week's stream. Okay? I'm just looking at my papers here. Oh yeah, so Norella liked that one. I'm not going to use any of the pages, other pages that I made today, I think. I'm going to use some of my old pages because I'm going to scan these in. And they will become a digital download. Yes, Sandra, you won the 200 junk bucks. I did the 200 junk bucks. Congratulations. Thank you so much. You can do that, Lynella, right? Okay, so let's look here. Oh, I have that, and I have that. Ooh, and I have this one. Those look cool. All right, so here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to trim this one to be 5 inches wide. And this is just a book page or a Bible page. Okay? So I'm going to go here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and trim this one and trim off the wide area, if you will. Okay. So I've got that trimmed up. And what else? I think what I want to do, I'm going to move this out of my way. I got a journal. Oh, thank you, Donna, for your donation. Thank you so much. And let's see here. I like these colors. Oh, I saw a scrap of paper earlier. I think that's enough contrast. Let's use this. So it is 8.5 inches wide. So if I cut this at, let's cut it at, let's cut it at 4 inches. Do I want 4? No, I don't want 4 by 4. Let's make it 6 inches. So now we have a tall skinny piece, and then I'm going to cut this at 4. And I'll cut this one at 4. And I'll have a little piece left over. I can use it for something else later on. So I cut a couple of these pieces, and I have this piece that'll be tall and skinny. I may go ahead, since it's 8.5 inches, it would stick out of a journal. Well, we'll leave it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some 1-inch strips. 1 and 2. Okay. And let's see here. Let's do a couple more. Let's do a 3 by, no, let's do a 2-inch square. And I'm just going to cut some squares out of this. So I'm just randomly cutting some pieces, okay? Wow, you work 12 hours, Polly? That'll make you tired, lady. But I get it. I do. All right, I think I've got a plan here. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to make a couple of little elements on here. I think we're going to stamp on that one. So I've got this little butterfly image. And before I glue it down, I'm going to stamp it in case it messes up and I don't waste it. Thank you, Heather. So I'm just stamping it with the archival ink. And I'm going to stamp it what I call cattywampus, not straight, across there. Oh, sheep's in the way. Thank you, Heather, for your donation. Thank you so much. Make sure you enter the raffle. All right, so I'm going to use some Distress ink on here. And I think the next thing I want to do is I want this to have a little bit more color to it, but I don't want it to be super bright. Here, we've already got the Feeding Frenzy stencil in here. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So I'm just going to kind of put it somewhat like this. So basically what I'm doing is I'm using my spray box. This is just copy paper underneath. I'm going to lay this on top. And then I'm going to grab a couple of colors of Tattered Angels. I don't want a really dark color, so I'm going to use my watered down Royal Peacock. So it'll be a subtle amount of color. We'll mop up any excess. Yes, I used copies of my gel prints in the same way. So if I make a copy or digitally download or upload whatever one of my stencils, then yeah, I'll just cut it up and use it the same way. So I have, I think it's 10 or 11 digital gel prints in my shop. That's one. What did I call it when I didn't put it straight? Cattywampus? Cattywampus. Cattywampus. All right, so I think that, what do you think? Can you see the subtle design? Let's add some Distress inks to the edge. That was using Feeding Frenzy. Is everybody entered into the raffle? I want to make sure that if you donated that you got entered into the raffle. Cattywampus is a technical term for sure. We got a boss fight going. I want to enter as well. Maybe I'll get some points from you. All right, so we're going to put this right here in the corner. I think I want, I'm looking at it. I think I need another layer to it. Let's see. If I were to put a little black border around that, I think it makes it pop just a little bit more. So I'm going to use some black, and I'm going to make it 2 1/4 inches square. I'm in it to win it, Felique says. You got to be in it to win it. And then that can go right here. And it could become a tuck spot now that I've made it stronger. So you could put a little tag behind there. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this piece of paper. I know it's 8.5 inches wide, so I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4. And I think we're going to make that where it tucks into there. And I'm going to use my punch if I can. Here it is. About to have an avalanche. Okay. Alright, so this is just that Paper Studios punch. I want to kind of get it straight as here as possible. And punch. So it's got a shape at the top. Get rid of that. Okay. So let's layer this together. Alright, is there any questions? Does anybody have any questions? I like making my own little elements. Oh, and this is part of the butterfly bundle that I have in my shop. You get a discount when you buy the whole bundle, or you can buy just that little stamp by itself. Okay. And let's make this a little tuck spot on this page. So you have room to write around here. And we're just going to put down one side and across the bottom just a little bit of glue. Not yet, Henry. You haven't won. You're not in it to win it. Margie's going to win. Henry wins every night. Okay. Santa Claus does not exist for you, Angelica says. Alright, so we're going to add some Distress ink to this little tag. And I think we'll put a little bit of some fibers or ribbons on there. Let's see what I got. I won't put, my yarn is going crazy. I need to spend some time rewrapping this ball of mess. It's growing. I'm trying to find the end and it is growing. All right. I'm about to... Oh my goodness. Okay, so if I go this way... What a mess. Okay, I think I found the end. I think I found the end. All I wanted was some fibers, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and cut a couple and lay them here on my desk. I need to fix this up so it's not as big as a mess. Has anybody else had this problem? It's breeding, isn't it? So I'm just going to wrap it up real fast. I love this eyelash trim. I don't find very many of the eyelash yarns anymore. They're a little bit harder to come by. That's a tribble. That's right. It just keeps going. I'm going to try to wrap it up just a little bit. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go really fast. Put a little tape on the end. Yarn barf. Okay, see, it's just exploding. We're just going to shove it in here. I think I'm going to wrap it on a stick or something. Alright, so we got a little piece of fibers here. I got a little string. So what I like to do is fold it in half, and then I'll take my scrap of wax linen thread that was laying on my desk here, and we'll pull it through the top. And then that makes it easier to thread. And then I'll grab a hold of the two ends and pull them through. And then we have a little tag. What do you think? Kind of cute, huh? And I think this one, I'm going to put across here. And I've got another scrap of this paper. So I'm going to take the word journal. And we're going to stamp it onto this piece of paper. And I'll fussy cut it out really fast. All right, is everybody in for the journal drawing for that raffle? Because I'll finish this mess that I have on my desk and then we'll draw. So I'm trying to give y'all plenty of time to get in to win the journal. And then the elements that I'm making today, I will put in the journal that's going to go for next Thursday's mixed media play. Okay. Let's over here out of the way. Add some distress ink. Ta-da! Angelica won the boss fight or the FFA. That's awesome. And I think what I want to do, let's see how this looks if I were to do something like that. Do I want to go all the way across? You know, sometimes I just kind of play around with things to see how it looks. I'm just using the scraps that were on my desk here. I may put it this way. All right, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this off shorter so it matches. All right, where's my distress tool? Okay. Everybody's picking on Henry now. Henry's been busy. We got our new direct-to-garment printer yesterday, but they haven't come to install it yet, just delivered the printer. And then we'll start learning how to use it. Tina's getting a boss fight together. I'm going to put that right here. Type boss if you want to enter. All right. So I glued that on there. I think I'm going to glue that right here. You're number 34, Henry, on the thumbs up. Well, thank y'all for your thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate you watching, chatting, your donations, just hanging out with me. It's greatly appreciated. And I think that would be kind of cute right there. What do you think? I'll just go ahead and glue this all the way down. It's kind of thin paper, so you could make a pocket, but sometimes it's a little bit thinner to do that. So a bunch of people won in the boss fight. You defeated the boss. All right, so there's 2 pieces that I made, okay? All 3 of your devices are at different places in the video. That's funny. Okay, so let me move that aside. And then let's put this on, and then I'll make a pocket. Pocket! All right, we'll add some distress ink. That's funny, Sandra, that all your devices are at different spots. Yay, Marianne! I hope you have fun playing with your gel press. See, I made more scraps, so I'll have more scraps to use. Alrighty, so I'm gonna make this journal card. I've got one more, and I think I may make a kind of a book mark in a sense. I think the little butterfly would be cute on here. So let's see. Do we want to? Oh, I know what we could do. If I had, let's see here. I don't know. No, I'll just stamp it directly on here in the corner, like that. So there's a little journal card. Oh yeah, yeah, make sure you check out Norella's shop as well, because she's offering a discount coupon, 30% off anything in her shop through Saturday with the coupon code Linda Live at Calico Collage. Oh, you're very welcome, Marianne. I'm glad. And that's what I want to do, is I want to inspire you. I want you to get your supplies out and use them. You know, I created the subscription boxes because I wanted you to have all the things that you could use to make a journal right there. And I wanted you to do it. I don't want you just to get the box and cram it into your studio space or your craft space or your box of stuff. Use it. Get it out. Do something with it. And I'll put that over here. I like making pairs of things to go into the journals that I make. So now we've made 4 little pieces using the same piece. Okay? So all of those were a gel print that I had made. And I still have a little piece left over. I may make an altered paper clip. Alright, so let's make a pocket. And then I'll make an altered paper clip. And then we'll do the drawing. Okay? So this has already been cut to 5 inches wide. It's whatever the length of my back page. Generally 5 by 7, 5 by 8. Sometimes when I buy books or find them for free, I'll look at the book size. And if it's roughly 5 by 7, I'll buy it. I like getting the Dollar Tree books because they're cheap. And I usually find the thickest, biggest books that I purchase, okay? Thank you, Donna. She says, this is my 3rd live and I already get you. Thank you. For those of you who don't know, Henry is my husband. Thank you, Robin, for sharing that kit. And it's on, you use your coupon code to buy that kit and print a few pages and craft along with me. All right, so here's what I'm doing. I'm folding over about 1/4 inch. About. And it may not be straight, and I'm okay with that. It's handmade. That's the art of it. And I'm just gluing that in place, okay? So that's the top. So I'm going to go down here at the bottom, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to fold it back about 1 1/4 inches, okay? Then I'm going to fold it back the other way, and I'm going to make sure it's about 1 inch. It doesn't go all the way to the edge on the bottom. So I'm basically making a little accordion fold. And notice that it's not quite all the way to the bottom. So Marianne says, I'm inspired by watching you create whole journals in one afternoon. I have a huge studio full of supplies and I get overwhelmed and can't do anything. Sometimes I think I have way too many supplies. And Sandra says, Linda, have you been snooping in my house? How did you know that I have boxes and boxes of craft supplies that I haven't used? Hey, Barbara, glad you're back. Oh, good, Tina. Enjoy having that. Thank you so much, Christy. You know, here's what I do as far as my journals are concerned. I have tons and tons of supplies. My room is overflowing at the moment. And what I try to do is go around. I have a little basket and I'll put things in it that I think I may not use them, but I want to be inspired to try to use them. I'll put them in a little basket and then I'll bring it to my table and then I'll just start pulling from that pile, making the journal if it's completely random, if that makes sense. Or if it's a theme, I try to find a theme. All right, so I got the first accordion fold. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to go, let me see how I want to do this. I want to fold this back this way. So I'm going to go up about 3/4 inch and make a crease. And then I'm going to fold it back the other direction. And to make it kind of even, it'll overlap a little bit. So now I've made this tuck spot, one here, one here, one here. Now I just need to finish decorating it. So I'm going to use some Distress inks on these edges. Linda has magic glass ball. She sees everything. You're You're very welcome. You like this type of pocket? It's fun because you can use anything to make a pocket. And then you have a multi-tier pocket that you can put things in, especially since I made several different journal cards. I think what I want to do is let's put some stitches across there. So I'm going to open this up, use my shabby stitches. All right. Has everybody entered the raffle that has donated? I could put this to my sewing machine. I don't have it out because it has my mixed media stuff on that table at the moment. But this is another way. If you don't have the sewing machine, you can add the stitches with the stamp set shabby stitches that I have in my shop. Okay, so now I've stamped all the way around. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue in here to help hold that together. Then I'm going to put some glue on this side and this side and fold that up. I'm going to go back here and put a little bit of glue. Now if I'm on my sewing machine, everywhere that I stitched, I would just sew across each tab and then I would sew around the outside edge. I have tutorials showing you how I do that. But since we didn't stitch it, we need to add glue in more areas so it will stay together. You like that stamp, Donna? All right, time to draw the name. Deborah Vick got in. So now we have pockets. So we could put one here. We could put one, actually let's do it differently. Let's put that one there. And this one can go there. And then these can go behind in your journal. Okay? So wasn't that pretty quick how I made those? So once you have your papers painted, things start coming together really well. All right, so let's make an altered paper clip and then I'll draw, okay? All right, Lynella got in the raffle. You donated, Lynella, so you need to get in. It's me and Philippe, slogan 413 says. All right, I have a little piece here. Let's see if it's big enough. Not quite, but we may make this a tall, skinny. Let's make it a tall, skinny paper clip. Okay. And I have this, so do I want to go that way? And I may do it where it comes in from the side. Let's do that. Okay. So I'm going to cut this piece. Happy mail. Easy peasy. All right. So let's cut this. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm just cutting this mixed media piece to be the same size as my scrap of paper here. So I'm just kind of lining it up with my paper cutter. So that's going to go on there, okay? And I think what I want to do is, I need another, is this big enough? I think it might be big enough, okay? And let's get another scrap of black. So this one is about, so let's make it 3/4. Oh, let's make it 1 inch. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this. So let me get that going. Yeah, put them in boxes, Sandra. Put them together. I also will do what I call pockets. Let me see if I still have it laying here. I moved it earlier because it was in my way. I don't see it. What did I do with it? Oh, here, we'll do this. See, like this is a 12 by 12 little plastic baggy thingy, and I put things in there that I thought went together so that I could use these for a journal. So that's another way, okay? There you go, Sandra. I'm glad you like the shabby stitches. Pockets. All right, so I'm going to stamp this on this little scrap here. And then I'm going to fussy cut it out. I understand, Donna, if you don't want to drag out your sewing machine, the stitches from the stamps are perfect. I keep mine out all the time unless I move it because I need the table that I set it on for mixed media. But I have a space that I can leave it out. And some people don't have the space. I use a card table or a TV tray. Yeah, Ziploc baggies. Those giant Ziploc bags are perfect for that. All right, so I add some distressing to that. And I think what I want to do, I don't want it way bigger than the word. So I'm going to cut this, about that far. Okay? And I'm going to add some distress ink to this piece. And then once I get this made, I will draw for the winner of the journal. So you still have time if you wanted to donate to win the journal today. Oh yeah, got to put some distress ink on this. Yay, Donna, you won the FFA! Congratulations! I hope y'all like those little silly games. It's just another way to entertain you in the chat, especially if I'm, doing a process that's tedious and you have to wait on me. And it's a way for y'all to earn some extra junk bucks. I really appreciate y'all watching and chatting and donating, just being here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I think I want that color up there. So I'm going to layer these two pieces. Okay. All right, we're going to put that right here in the corner. I should put away my stamp pad. And then let's glue this piece on top. What do you think? All right, so now I'm going to put some glue. I put a paper clip onto the scrap. We're going to put glue here in the middle. I'm going to go around the paper clip. Then I'm going to go around the outside edge. And then we're going to paste it on the back side. And what I like to do is get it down and then I'll rub where that paper clip is back here. And rub all the way around. You could use double-sided tape. You could use hot glue. Whatever is your favorite glue. And then that can be used on a tuck spot. Fibers. Well, I wasn't going to get the fibers out anymore. But we can add a heart there. And I can put some fibers under. That's what we'll do. We'll punch a heart. We're going to punch it. I think this might fit. So let's pick something. What can I pick? Oh, here we go. I've got this page here that I made earlier. That's kind of pale though, isn't it? Maybe we need something darker. We need something a little bit darker. Oh, maybe this would be better. Let's use this one. Oh yeah, I think that looks better. All right, so we'll put a little bit of fibers, not a lot. We don't want to overwhelm it. We're going to put some fibers down, and then we'll put this heart on top. Okay? And then we'll add some bling. Okay? All right, is everybody in the raffle? I'm about ready to draw and get off here. I think I may go to the zoo if Henry's done for the day. No, brighter. I think that looks good. I may do... No, I know what. I've got another punch here. Where's my other tiny punch? Tiny punches. Here we go. I've got this one. Oh, that was still wet. All right, so I'm going to do this. We'll take a little bit, and then we'll put that on here with a little bling. How's that? Is that better? Does that make you more happy? Put just a tiny amount of Distress ink. And let's glue that down. Oh, thank you, Sandra, for your donation. You are so sweet. Thank you so much. All right. So everybody entered in the raffle. Because as soon as I get the bling that I'm going to put on here, see if y'all like. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sandra. No, Henry does not belong in the zoo. He probably needs to watch the zoo. All right, so let's see. Where is my bling? We got a big bling. How about a big bling? Big bling. So this is those strips of bling. So I'm just cutting in between. I'm going to use the blade of my scissors to kind of push it free. And then we'll stick it down. You like that? Is that better? Is that cuter? You're the boss, Linda. You like that? All right. So y'all ready for me to draw? Isn't that paperclip cute? You like that? Because then you can use that to... So if you wanted, you could attach that to your page. You see how you could attach that to the journal page? How that cute that would look? You know, we've got this one that has the pockets. We made a pocket earlier with this one, so that can go in there. You've got this one as well. Raffle! Super cute. You like it? Yay! All right, well, we're going to draw the name of the winner of the journal. Let me put that on the table. If you didn't see the flip through, I still have that up. It was yesterday that I did the flip through. I like all these pieces I made. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, well, let's do the giveaway. I'm going to take another drink. I killed that coffee. Which stencil? Oh, this one? This one? That was called Ribbon Rose. That is my Ribbon Rose stencil. I'll get that link for you. One moment, please. I made that one 2 months ago. I made it the same time that I made the Bella Rose kit. I thought it went really well with it. So there it is, the Ribbon Rose. There you go. All right, we're going to draw the winner. So let me get my notepad. All right, I've already done that one. So, Carrie Ann, I need to do the gel prints. All right, so the winner, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Are you ready? Pick a winner. Debbie, you're the winner. I think I have your address, Debbie. Did you? I know you ordered digitally from me. I think your address is in there. And if not, I'll message you. But you won the journal. Congratulations, Debbie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I should tell the story now. Instead of starting the raffle, I should have told a story, Henry. Because I like to stall. You need some coffee, Kathy? I'm sorry, Margie, you didn't win. You didn't win, Henry. Nope. Yes, and remember, if you donated today, make sure that I have your contact information. Message me through my webpage, and I'll give you the contact right here. If you want a physical item or a digital download because you donated, make sure you contact me there, that I have an email address or something. Yeah, so if you donated, you're getting a free digital download, Donna. Yep. Ah, Sandra, it's coming from China. No wonder it's taking forever. Yeah, you're very welcome, Debbie. Congratulations. Yay! Thanks so much, y'all, for being here. So Monday, 3:45 p.m., I will be using the Exquisite Dreamer Journal Kit. Robin just shared the link to that. Remember, if you use this code LindaLive on the Calico Collage Etsy store, you get 30% off. So if you don't have that kit, you're going to want it because it's really quite pretty. It's got some beautiful muted pinks and blues in it, purples. It's really pretty. Looks like somebody's starting a boss fight. Well, thank you, Carrie Ann. I'm glad you had fun. And I did too. You know, I really enjoy doing these lives. Sometimes I have this feeling of impending dread trying to get it all ready, but I love doing the mixed media ones because I don't really have to think so much ahead. I just play. I just pull the supplies together. And you know, I didn't design these cards ahead of time. I just knew what would work together and just started putting it together. So I hope that you have fun with that. Yeah, it's going to be a free digital gel print, Sherry. Yes. I've got to finish fixing it up. I was trying to have it on my website before the stream, but my website was down for 5 hours and I couldn't get into it, and I had to wait on Jason, my web guy, to fix the issue. So now that it's fixed, I'll take some time tonight to upload the digital gel prints for you guys that donated, okay? And then every week I will have some new stuff. So every time you donate, you'll have the digital downloads. I may create what I call a membership site, and it'll be called YouTube Members or something like that, that whenever you log in there, you get the downloads, okay? All right. You're very welcome, Robin. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Christy. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're very welcome, Angelica. Thanks, Donna. And Henry. I really appreciate y'all being here. You're very welcome. Very, very welcome. If you have any questions that you need to ask me, you can do it on the comment section of this video, or you can message me through my webpage or Facebook, okay? You're very welcome. Aw, thank you so much. Good. I'm glad you like playing along too. Thank you, Debbie. Oh, the link didn't work for the Exquisite Dreamer. Exquisite Dreamer. Let me look it up for you. And we're going to click here. Etsy. Go there. Scroll down. And we're going to do Exquisite Dreamer. I found the link. We'll delete that. All right, let's see if that works for you. That link work for you? Thank you. You're very welcome. Definitely check out the Friendly Junk Journal page or Facebook group. We'd love to have you. You like these informal process and play days? Yay! Yay, Christy. I'm so glad. Perfect, Carrie. I have your info. Hey, Giovanna, thanks for being here later. Have an awesome day. You're welcome, Sandra. That's okay, Robin. It happens sometimes. I know sometimes I grab a link and it doesn't work. But I just shared it, so it's there for you. That's what I'll be working on Monday. I love the colors in it. It'll be a lot of fun, okay? All right. You're very welcome. All right, well, I'm going to get off here, so yeah, hit up the store if you will. And I appreciate it. I really appreciate your purchases. It helps me doing this fun, informal play sessions, if you will. I'm selling a few things, so basically it's been my dream to make a living creating art. And it's taken a long time to get here, but I'm starting to do that now. I'm making a little bit more money every day. You know, people like you make this my dream come true by supporting me. And you know, it's a little bit different because I'm not a big corporation. You're not, you know, giving money to a CEO to line his pockets for his vacation home. I'm just a little bitty old me, small business owner, a woman business owner at that. And so your money helps pay to keep the bills paid. My electricity helps me buy groceries, help me buy more paint to show you guys what I'm doing. It helps, you know, keep my website updated and whatnot. So I appreciate every dollar spent, every like, every thumbs up, every share that you do helps me. So even if you don't support me financially, all those other things help as well. And, you know, just a tip, anytime you see a Facebook event for someone that you want to support, invite people to that event. Say you're going to the event, even if you physically can't be there, you can't be there to watch the video or whatever. What happens is on Facebook, if you say I'm going and you comment, it shows up in your news feed, so other people will be inspired to go to that event. If you are following someone on a Facebook page and they share something, comment, share it, give it a thumbs up because it helps it being shown in the feed for other people. Same way on Instagram, you know, if you're a Twitter person, you know, retweet or comment on those messages, okay? Thank you so much, Barbara. Good night, Angelica. Have a good night's sleep. Thank you so much, Robin. I am too. I'm really excited about our new t-shirt venture. And we're gonna have all kinds of t-shirts that I'm gonna add to my shop. And for those of you that are still here, if you have a design that you want made into a stencil, maybe you hand drew it, it's a free domain image that we could really make into a stencil, contact me and we'll see if we can't make it into a stencil. If you're teaching a workshop and you need stencils for your workshop, contact me and we'll see what we can do for you, okay? Nighty night. All right, well, I'm going to get off here. Again, thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all watching. I'm going to say goodbye. Have a fab day, okay? Lots of love to you. I'm going to end the stream now. Thanks so much for watching. Love you lots. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye, everybody.